Your gut feeling is trying to tell you something about your relationship, that the guy or the lady that you're with right now is probably not the one, and you can feel it down in your belly. In this video, we're going to be talking about some signs that you shouldn't ignore when it shows up in your relationship.
And you see, ignoring the signs can be very dangerous. If you do that, it can be the greatest mistake of your life, and you don't want to ignore the signs. Let me give you a story of a scenario. Now, these are two people that they probably like the outdoor life. This person loved the outdoor life. One person loves the outdoor life more than the other person. But you see, one of them doesn't just what I mean outdoor, loves going to parties, club, hanging out with friends at night and the rest. One of them just loves it once in a while. The other person loves it well. The person doesn't feel like, what am I doing at home? Nothing is happening on the Friday evening. Like, it's like a taboo to be at home Friday evening or even some other evenings. Now, but they met in a social gathering, maybe like in a club or something. Now, while in the club, let me use the example with the guy and the girl so easy to understand. Let's assume the girl loved the guy in the club, the way the guy was relating with guys, the life of the party, spraying money, and that was what attracted her to, or him to her. She loved it, and the guy was generous to her, sprayed money and did all those stuff. Now they got married, but somewhere along the line, the lady feels like, must we go to club every Friday evening or every evening? Must we hang out? Why is it that every time you seem bored at home, you just want to hang out with the boys? Every time there's a football match, you want to go watch it outside. You feel like it's boring to watch a football match in the house. You want to hang out with friends. And sometimes you are feeling overstressed, like the guy is saying, or your husband is saying, let's go now, like, honey, let's rest at home now. Do you have to go out? And the guy is already feeling like, come on, you are dulling me. You know this is not my life now. What am I doing at home, for goodness sake? Life is happening. Why didn't I go live in another state that was boring? I'm in Lagos State, for example, or I moved to Lekki. This is where things are happening. This is where I meet with the guys. This is where my connections are being made and everything. At first, it's feeling like, okay, you just go. After a while, the guy goes alone. And while the guy is there, he's meeting other ladies, he's meeting other couples, feeling like, oh, I like the way this man, this woman, they're coming together, they're jiving together, they're doing things. And this guy begin to feel like, man, this is not the kind of woman I actually wanted to marry. I wanted to marry somebody that, man, we can club all night, we can get high, we can do things. And it begin to cause serious friction because the lady is feeling like, come on, we are married. As we are getting older, we should be getting more responsible, in quotes. We should be settling down. We should put more attention, priority, focus, attention, money into some other things than just partying and everything. And it's causing serious issue. And you'll be wondering, why should it cause serious issue? Because the lady did not realize that, see, even though you love going to the club once in a while, it was not your lifestyle.
Exactly.
But meanwhile, it was this other guy's lifestyle. He was raised that way. He comes alive that way. He believes that's where he gets his business connection. He believes that he's happier as a person when it's around the boys. Exactly. When they are drinking, cracking joke, watching football match or movie and the rest. The question is this. Why did you guys get married in the first place? But one person was assuming the other person was the same way. But they didn't take their time. Now, if in your relationship stage, you're already noticing that already, it's time for you to step back and begin to reevaluate and ask yourself, is this the kind of lifestyle I want to live for the rest of my life? Evaluate, because people are different. Doesn't make one person good or one person bad. They are just different. The same way, as you said, some people love to live all their lives in church. If you leave them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they will be in church. Rehearsal, this meeting, that meeting, prayer meeting, and everything. And they love it. That's the way they were raised. But you, on the other hand, you feel like, come on, wait, see now. I must sleep in church. And yet, you're liking the person because the person is a good person. You said, I love this lady. I love good people. All the other ladies, in your mind, they don't sleep with everybody. This one. But you're also not realizing that when both of you get married, you might have issues.
You will have issues.
Now, churches are doing 21 days fasting, right? And everybody will start going to church every day and the rest. And you feel like, must we go to church every day? And they say, like, come on, you knew that I was a church person. Why did you get married?
At this point, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go through the channel, look at the videos we have uploaded, and see how it's impacting and blessing lives. Some of these things are things that people pay some amount to know in sessions, and we are putting it out there because we believe that there are people that might never really be able to have those sessions, but you can learn one or two things from here that will help you make an informed decision in your life when it comes to marriage and relationship. So subscribe,
click
it, subscribe,
and also click the like button if you
earlier enjoyed this video.
Drop a comment, express what you think about what we're saying, and also drop your own views about what we're saying. Also, then feel free to share this video. For our first timers, you're welcome. This is this married thing with the Daniels. We love doing this thing because we want to see marriages thrive. And we're professional marriage counselors and therapists. Feel free to reach out to us for premarital counseling, for couple therapy, anything that has to do with relationship and marriage. We'll be glad to help you.
See, at the end of the day, get married to somebody that you both have similar, if not same values, especially values. Why am I saying this? Some of the issues, and I kid you not, some of the issues that are brought to my table for intervention actually borders on values.
Most of them. I can almost say 95% of the issues. Why? Because either the man or the woman is now realizing that whatever lifestyle that their partner is displaying or bringing forth into the marriage is something they cannot handle. Sure.
You now feel like you have been caged in a life that you didn't plan for yourself, because now you're having to deal with the drama and the excesses of someone because your values, their values don't align. So some of the questions I ask is that, didn't you see these things before you got married? And they say they saw, but they didn't think it was an issue. Let me tell you, value system is an issue. Get married to someone that shares similar or same values with you. For example, you are someone that is big on productivity. You love it when you are acing goals, achieving stuffs in life, but now you're about to get married, and you're in fact, let's even say as a guy, when you go for meetings and all of that, you love ladies that are achievers, career ladies who are independent, who know what they want for their lives and stuff like that, and those things trip you. Do you understand? Those things, you love it. You compliment these ladies. You're excited about it. Then you're about to get married, and you get married to a lady who doesn't push for much. In fact, her vision for her life is just to sit at home and take care of the kids. Not like there's anything wrong with that, but now you're married and you're feeling frustrated that she's not productive, she's not doing anything with her life, she's just sitting down taking care of children. Hello, didn't you see it before you got into it? Your values don't align. The value you have is the value of our external productivity, not just sitting down and just making babies and taking care of them. So you have to tell yourself that, look, what matters the most to me? Or you are a spiritual person, you take the God factor very seriously in your life, but now you want to get married to someone who doesn't even like the talk of God, not more of even bringing God into the equation, and you get married and you're wondering why this person has an issue with your walk with God. See, there are things that you must look at, and this also borders on personal growth. You're somebody that is big on development, personal growth. You want to just be better. You are just someone who desires to be better today than you were yesterday, but now you're with someone who does not see anything big about that. So when you're having some dreams you want to achieve in life, you are not able to share it with them, and the number one person you should be able to share your life dreams with is your spouse. So your spouse should be able to receive the weightiness of the things that you want to do, and he or she is able to incubate it, and together you achieve it. Or you bring it, he brings his own, she brings her own, and both of you meet each other in the middle and you achieve those goals. But you get married to somebody and these are things that you look at in your relationship. So if these things are showing up, you're seeing there's also the place of moral beliefs. You are a very highly moral person, but now you're with someone that doesn't mind sitting with the opposite sex, dressing scandalously or looking a certain kind of way. See, Sit down and tell yourself, what are my values? And this person I'm with, does this person have similar values with me? And if you cannot boldly say yes to that, then that is a sign for you to leave that relationship. Ask yourself as well, all the things you have been achieving, or right now, even in the process of achieving, how easy has it been to communicate those things to this person, and how involved have they been in it? If not, if you cannot answer the question, that is your sign that probably this person is not for you. And see, we're not saying that people are bad. We're simply saying that there's a mismatch. Both of you are a mismatch. So in order to avoid issues in marriage, it's better you go your separate ways now.
So, as been said, we all have different love languages. So your love language might be words of affirmation, or your love language might be quality time. But this person feels like you demand too much of your quality time. This person feels like, I beg, I don't have time to sit down with you. I don't have time to come visit. We can just be friends like that. But to you, you need that quality time. But to the person, I don't give a care, I don't send quality time, then you want to consider leaving that relationship. That person may not just be the right person for you, because you want someone that will speak your own love language, not their own love language.
See, I can tell you boldly that if you're in marriage or a relationship with someone that doesn't give you that moral support that you need in your daily life, it actually has a way of making you feel undervalued. So if you feel like in that relationship you are having to beg, you're having to like demand, it's like you have to talk and talk and talk before he's able to show up, that is a red flag. Because what it means is that in marriage, when you need him to really pull in the weight, or need her to pull in the weight for things that matter to you, they are going to struggle. Let's imagine, for instance, that you are you're the movie person, right? And every single time you're trying to get this person to watch a movie with you, it always ends in a fight, because the person feels like it's a total waste of time. Maybe you're the kind of person that loves to visit people, and this person feels like, oh, what is the point? Now, I know that personalities come to play here, temperaments, but then when it is now something that continuously over time, this person is not even trying to embrace your life, and adapt to it and be a part of it. Those are major grounds for concerns in that relationship, and they are flags that you should not ignore.
Now, the next one we'll talk about also is constant conflict and disagreement. You guys are not yet married, but you're already having quarrels more than even people that are married. You are quarreling back to back. People are coming in to resolve your relationship. Family members are coming together. Friends are coming together to resolve your arguments in your relationship. That's a clear sign to tell that, see, brother, sister, just go find somebody else. Find somebody else. Or you guys are bringing unresolved issues over the years. Remember this one that happened. Remember this one that happened. Come on. Your relationship period is meant to be like your pre-honeymoon stage, where the Bible says, or people say, that love blinds the eyes. So you're ignoring a lot of things. That's the way it should be. You should be so excited about seeing this person, excited about being with the person, that you are neglecting a lot of things. Let even be outsiders telling you, this person, I hope you are noticing that this person is not doing this. I say, hey, I never knew, because you are the love is shocking. You understand now? Please don't be in those kind of relationship, or the feeling of being wrong constantly. This person always makes you feel that you are the one that is wrong. The person is always right. Come on, nobody is always right. Nobody is always right. So when you find yourself in those situations, jackpot.
When we are talking about conflict, you also need to understand that we're not saying that in the marriage or in the relationship that you guys will not have differing opinions.
Yeah.
Conflict is normal. As a matter of fact, I tell people that conflict is like the report card that helps you to see who this person is. So don't be scared of conflict. But what we are talking about here is where everything in your relationship becomes an issue. So even though, yes, people are intervening in those matters, you guys seem not to be able to move past it. Constantly. It's like they're just constant back and forth. Those things have a way of messing things up in your relationship. The next thing to look out for is communication breakdown. Your communication flow with this person. So I often say that sometimes it is not what is said that causes the problem, but how it's said. So you need to look at when this person talks to you, how does this person present it? It's like someone saying, oh, I want to give you a very lovely delicacy, but you serve it in a dirty plate. you serve the wine in a dirty cup and you give it to me, and you say because you spent 10 hours cooking the food, I should appreciate it. No. Yeah, in as much as the food makes it look sumptuous and it was worth the time, but the plate in which you serve it. So you need to ask yourself how, and I'm not just talking about a one-off, because there are some one-off cases that you can ignore. I'm talking about something that is recurrent. I'm talking about something that is like a part of this person, and so you need to look at that. Another thing you need to pay attention to, and this is very critical because it's almost borderline abuse, and that is disrespectful criticism, disrespectful communication. Now, to criticize someone is not bad in itself, but the truth is that when you are constantly criticizing someone, so someone does something, everyone drops the ball once in a while. Nobody is perfect, but every single time you make a mistake, this person must hound you on it. Like, it's almost like if something happens 5 years from now, the person will refer to what happens 5 years ago in order to say, oh, you did this and so, and the person will give you the date and the time and the location. That is a red flag, because what it means is that person is not able to really forgive and let go. And marriage is about two forgivers. Marriage is about two people who are able to forgive each other. I'm not just talking about avoidance or pretending like there's no issue, but they are able to work through their differences and issues. You understand? So, but with this person, there's constant criticism, he or she dismisses your hurt and your feelings, even wonders why you're feeling angry, wonders why you're hurt, and that is almost being narcissistic and manipulative. So you must look at your communication flow. How are you guys communicating? Do you find it easy? I've heard some ladies, for instance, who have told me that, they share some things with me and I'm like, you just need to let this guy know this is what he's doing. And they're like, I cannot. And I'm like, does it mean you cannot be real? They said no, they cannot be real, because the moment they talk about those things, hell would let loose. And that is not it's not a relationship to be in. You should be vulnerable to your partner. You should be able to, I can't even imagine that I want to talk to my husband now and I'm having to like walk myself up for 1 week or 2 weeks because I know that moment I talk like this, hell will raise. I'm not sure if our courtship had been like that, I would even say yes to any proposal, more so be married, because I love an atmosphere that gives me an opportunity to be vulnerable. So ask yourself how easy it is to be vulnerable with this person.
So part of communication breakdown is name calling. When you're in a relationship with someone and the person is calling you names like, are you stupid? You're an idiot to think that way, and you think you are this, but is already calling you names, and you are just in your relationship stage. I don't know what you're still doing in that relationship, because somebody that can do that to you at your relationship stage, what do you think the person will do to you when you get married? Or the person belittles you easily. You guys are you guys are outside and the person belittles you in front of people, in front of your family members or his own family members, in front of others, and makes you feel little. Is one relationship that you need to consider leaving. Or the person lacks emotional connection to you. You're feeling distant already with the person, and you guys are already in a relationship heading towards marriage. It's a big red flag. Or you talk, but the person doesn't hear you, doesn't listen to you. It's like you're only talking to yourself because the person doesn't send you. Or the person neglects you emotionally. Please consider leaving that relationship. So lastly, before you make that final decision, I would advise you to seek professional help. That is why it's good to talk to professional relationship and marriage counselors and therapists, which we are, so you can be free to reach out to us. The reason is that sometimes you need someone that will also give you more perspective and someone that will guide those decisions. Some people, they've told themselves, no worry, it's not like that, it's this, is that. They've worked with assumption. But when they came in for counseling, premarital counseling, for therapy session, their eyes were open. Some people didn't even understand even their own love language.
I'm telling you.
They didn't understand that. See, they always get excited more when somebody expresses love to them in certain ways. But during those sessions, they began to realize, oh, I now see why. Or sometimes some people, it was the other way around. They were even assuming that their spouses enjoyed more things. So imagine somebody's thinking that my spouse love attention. I must always be there for my spouse, maybe for the guy. And the guy's mad, I beg, you are choking me already. What me I love is gifts. Or what I love is words of affirmation.
Yes,
keep telling me
exactly.
You're the best man, you're this,
Validation.
you're that. And that's all he wants. So
Yeah,
you
this.
need professional attention if that's what
Oh
you need.
God!
Please
In
seek
fact,
one.
if I was said it, I'm like, even as simple as love language has even helped heal couples of infidelity. I'm telling you, some of the people that have found themselves in those scenarios was actually because they didn't even know their love language. They were not able to even communicate it to their spouse, and so someone else out there is speaking it, and that pulls them in the wrong direction. So some of these things are very powerful. They are not just things to throw up aside. I tell people that there is the science of marriage. There are biblical principles that you live by, and there's also the heart of marriage and the science of marriage. Understand all these dimensions so you can have a balanced life, and that is why we are here. So if you want to sign up for couple therapy and you want to sign up for premarital counseling, reach out to us. Even if you are not even about to get married, you're just experiencing breakups upon breakups, frustrated relationships, reach out to us and we would have that session with you. And sometimes all you need is really that session that gives you that perspective. All right, thank you so much for watching. I believe that you've learned one or two things, so feel free to leave a comment. We want you to leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts, and if there are also some signs that you know that you feel somebody else will be able to benefit from, please leave it in the comments, and also share this video. And subscribe. Yeah, you know, the more this video reaches people, the more lives are being blessed. So, and it helps the algorithm as well to know that this is something people love and people are interested in. So please like, share, subscribe. Okay, like, share, subscribe.
Thank you very much. If you have any ideas or topic you would like us to talk about, also drop it in the comment, and we will get back to you on that. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Bye.